to another video, and I thought this time I'd actually go through my entire collection, which includes my manga, my figures, just random stuff I have in here. It's not totally complete because I do also have like a huge plushie collection, but I don't really know what to do with those or how to explain how I acquired them other than that. Especially in Japan, I cannot control myself when it comes to claw machines. You know, some people like to gamble, they like to play the lottery. Me, it's claw machines. That is my greatest weakness. Don't share that with anybody. Anyways. I have about roughly 6 shelves in here full of goodies. I did a lot of math. My total count for manga is at 654 volumes. I also have 12 light novels included in here and also 12 art books included too, and 1 character analysis book. Just kind of throwing that out there. But this isn't my total complete collection because back in the US, my situation was I was kind of like temporarily at my mom's place before I moved to Japan, and I had accumulated like 6 big boxes worth of manga and figures. So and yeah, a few weeks to a couple months, it's gonna be like that for a whole year. It's a huge situation. I don't know if I really want to talk about it right now. It's really just work related. It's nothing serious. But anyways, I'm rambling. So welcome to my otaku room. It's very boring right now. I feel like I could definitely do a lot better decorating and designing this room into a way it looks really awesome and cool, but because I'm in the middle of being in an awkward, this is just low effort Ashley right now. Let's just put it that way. I have missed really know what to do yet. I have 2 Billy bookcase shelves full of stuff, and I have 3 bookcases that I actually got from Target, which I highly recommend if you don't want to spend as much on like the bigger bookcases or even like the smaller shelves like this from IKEA. Definitely recommend Target. It's cheaper. I used them at my last place. I thought they were going to be a good idea to have, and they're just there taking up space. I feel like I have a lot going on over here, but also not really. Some of the stuff I'm actually going to be taking to the US with me because, well, while I was in the US, staying with my family for a while things were going on, I had my own otaku room. My mom gave me full permission to use my old room as an otaku room, and she's actually really kind of very supportive of my collection. I've gotten her into Attack on Titan, and she really likes the Attack on Titan figures. Maybe I'm slowly making her into a collector too. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. But anyways, some of the stuff I'm going to be taking with me, like all my fan art, just because it makes me happy. Look how cool this is. This right here is a gift from a good friend of mine, Christy. Her fiance drew this for me, and all the letters that she wrote in a very, very nice package she sent to me. I stuck it in here. It's like one of my favorite things ever. I also started like a board for all my con badges, and yeah, this is just like a lot of fan art that I collected over time at cons I've been to. These 2 boxes aren't really anything but just like turntables that I got for figures. I was going to use these for my One Piece figures that are way over there, but I think I might take these with me to the US too, because I feel like I have not better figures, but like a better figures that would better. Anyways, this Ami Ami box that I have in the corner here has been sitting there for like 2 months. What's inside is actually Shoto Todoroki. He is the My Hero Academia school uniform 1/8 scale. I actually have Bakugo, Sue, and Uraraka. Recently, my husband had won this Bakugo break time prize just when I was walking through Akihabara because his face just looks questionable, and I could have just bought him off the shelf. Honestly, it would have been cheaper, but I don't know. I think it's the thought that counts. And I still like Bakugo, and my husband knows I love this character a lot, so yeah. I'll cherish it forever. These 2 figures right here, I'm not really going to take with me at all. They're just kind of sitting there because I don't know what to do with them. I have figured that out. This is my 1/4 scale Bakugo figure. To open him, I plan to eventually. When that will be, I don't know. I feel like I might be starting a habit of not opening my figures.
Stop it.
These are suitcase viable. I'm probably going to have to ship these. More than likely, but yeah, I can't live without her, so she has to come with me. Moving to the top of my Billy bookcases, I have my model kits right here. I am obsessed with Chopper. He's my favorite character from One Piece, and I'm determined to collect all 20 of his model kits because you're able to actually build a bigger Chopper off of what you've already built in these model kits. Like this is one of them that you can build, and this is the second one you can build too. So I thought that's pretty cool. That's the end goal. Slowly but surely I'm getting there. And then I have my 86 model kits that, quite honestly, I don't think I'm ever gonna build. It's kind of overwhelming thinking about it, because I feel like I'm going to basically go balls to the wall and try to make a whole like diorama of the battlefield, and I just don't know. I don't know if I could do it, but I have the heart to it, because if I mess up, I'm a perfectionist and I'm just gonna be really pissed off at myself that I ruined everything, and I just can't do it. Can't do it. So I'm gonna leave them be for a while. On this side, I have my Attack on Titan collection. I have my 1/8 scale Levi, and then my two 1/8 scale Erins. I don't really know when I'm gonna display these or how I'm gonna display these yet. I actually have a lot of pre-orders for Attack on Titan coming in with the next year. So actually the next 6 months. So we'll see. Once all those get in, I'll probably figure out a nice like display for that part of my collection. So contrary to what you're seeing right here, I'm actually not an avid Funko Pop collector. I just like collecting ones that I think are pretty niche or going to be really niche, and ones of Animanga series that I really adore. So I have a small Bleach collection, small One Punch Man, small Inuyasha one. I also have Sesshomaru in his demon form in the back over here. It's one of my favorites of all time of Funko Pops that I've gotten. Then I have all of not all of Attack on Titan, but majority of it here. I even have the Cleaning Levi just alone in the dark corner right here. So we're just not going to talk about it anymore. I do have a Singular Aang. This is him on his air scooter. And then I, surprise, surprise, do have a Bakugo Funko Pop. This one's really special to me because it was given to me by a mutual. It was actually my first mutual I ever met in person via TikTok. And I just thought it was the sweetest thing that she got that for me when we first met. And I'll cherish it forever. Yeah. My boys right here are the star of the show. I don't care what anyone has to say. I am being biased because I love my heroes so much, if you cannot tell. But so these Midoriya figures on the side here, and then Midoriya and Bakugo on the side here, they're all from the Ichibansho Master Liz collections. And then All Might. Really? I think he's from the Grandista collection. So, but yeah. I love these. I think they're really great detailed and great in size when it comes to being a non-scaled figure. Like, how can you can't deny that this is just amazing quality all around. Seriously. I actually have more My Hero figures. I have 2 scaled Hawks figures. I have Endeavor, Bakugo, Midoriya, and Todoroki. Also from the Ichibansho Master Liz collection of the World Hero missions. And then what else do I have? Oh yeah, I also have what I mentioned earlier before, the school uniform scaled figures too. So quickly on this shelf over here is my One Piece collection. I have Zoro, Ace, and Luffy. These are from the Bandai Super Master Star Piece collection. Zoro and Luffy are actually the 2-dimensional figures, and Ace is the original. When it comes to the Super Master Star Piece collection, they have the brush, the original, the tones, and 2 dimensions. I personally prefer the 2 dimensions in the original. The brush is okay, but the tones, it's like grayscale, and I think it's kind of boring. That's just my opinion. But if you like it, you like it, you know? No harm. But yeah, that's just it. I don't know if I'm gonna collect any more for One Piece for now, because I do have a whole army of choppers, and now I have these guys here. Yeah, we'll see. And then quickly on this side are my Nendoroids. I have Kagome, Inuyasha, Sesshomaru, Kikyo. That's my Inuyasha collection. I have Deidara. He's my favorite character from Naruto. Of course, Bakugo. I have Lina from 86, and then Ichigo from Bleach. That's that. I have a billion more Nins coming in the next 6 months, so this is probably going to quickly either be double stacked or onto another shelf, and I'm really excited about that. Maybe I'll have to do a future video of the list of pre-orders that I have coming in, so stay tuned for that, I guess.
One eternity later.
Finally, on to the manga. So these 3 shelves here are basically I either completed reading or completed collecting editions, and I've tried to do it one by color, one by publisher, and I think that's actually it. I thought I had more to that category. This shelf would have been like the perfect shelf. I would have had everything complete. Like Kiss Me After Stroke of Midnight was complete, Blue Flag's complete, Twinkle Star's complete, Paradise Kiss is the complete collection, but I am missing volume 11 of Sweat and Soap, and that is the US mail's fault. My friend had borrowed a volume 11 from me, and while I was in the middle of moving and he was in the middle of moving, he mailed it back to me and it just got lost in the mail, so I'm gonna have to buy another volume 11, unfortunately. This is probably one of my favorite shelves in my collection. It's my Shoujo Beat shelf, and it's just really satisfying to see the spines just look very similar like this. I could stare at it for days. I have a lot of series that I'm kind of miscellaneous in volumes, and some volumes are missing, but all these I have completed reading, and I'm just trying to finish collecting the volume series. I'm giving up on the fact that I might not be able to finish collecting From Far Away because I think it's out of print, and I might trade in the Blackbird volumes here for the box set eventually. We'll see. I did buy these secondhand, so if I just get lucky to find more of these secondhand, then I might just stick with what I have. Also, 90% of this shelf here I did buy secondhand, meaning I didn't pay full price for the manga volumes. The only manga series on the shelf that I probably did buy full price for is The Demon Prince of Momochi House and then Happy Marriage. I've gotten a lot of my secondhand books off of Facebook Marketplace, also off of Amazon if I look through their used books. Sometimes I can get pretty lucky and buy a volume for only $1 to $2 and don't have to pay shipping. You do kind of have to be careful because sometimes they'll say it's $1 or $2, but then you end up paying $4 for shipping and it just defeats the purpose sometimes. But anyways, I also like to buy from my favorite used bookstore in Florida, which is called Chamberlain's Book Mine, because they actually sell all their manga for half the price or either a tenth of the price. It just depends on what sale they got going on. All these series up to The Wolf Boy Is Mine are secondhand buys, and a lot of these volumes on this shelf are actually some personal favorites of mine. Waiting for Spring is definitely one of my favorite manga series ever. Fiancé the Wizard is one of my favorites, and I'm the Villainess, so I'm Taming the Final Boss is another favorite. I do have a lot of Yoko Nagiri's work. She wrote Love and Focus, The Wolf Boy Is Mine, and on the other shelf also wrote Those Not So Sweet Boys. One day I'm gonna just have a shelf full of their work eventually. But that's pretty much it for these 3 shelves. On to the next. So kind of similar to the shelves I have over here that are majority of Shoujo Beat collection, and it's of series that either completed reading or I have complete sets of the manga. This shelf area over here is majority of my Shonen Jump collection, and it does include series that I'm either continuously reading, close to finishing, or either have complete sets of the manga volumes. All these volumes aren't necessarily part of Shonen Jump, but they are part of the shonen demographic. I'll start off with my Japanese volumes. I have 1 through 13 of Blue Lock. I have 1 through 12 of Tokyo Revengers, 0 through 15 of Jujutsu Kaisen, and in the back I do have 1 through 15 of Yu Yu Hakusho. Tite Kubo is absolutely one of my favorite mangakas of all time. He is the best in my opinion, and I will fight to the death on that. I have his first series he ever serialized, which is Zombie Powder. We have Burn the Witch, and then I've actually collected about half of the 3-in-1 volume sets for Bleach. I have been kind of debating if I want to trade these in for the single volumes. TBD on that. I do have the light novels, and then we go straight into One Punch Man that I'm slowly reading over time. We're gonna have My Hero Academia volumes 1 through 29 for now, then My Hero Academia Vigilantes 1 through 5, My Hero Academia Team Up Missions, just volume 2. I'm missing volume 1. I love these short stories of their team up missions. They're just really cute and fun. Then I have the light novels, or they're also known as My Hero Academia School Briefs. These are really fun to read because they're more slice of life stories that Horikoshi mentioned that he wished he could add into the manga series, but he's moving the plot along so he couldn't. So they're here and they're great. And then we have Black Torch, which is, again, another favorite of mine. It's just a different flavor of Jujutsu Kaisen. That's the best way I can explain the series. It's a really good read. Short read too, because it's only 5 volumes. Then on the shelf, we have my Attack on Titan Colossal Editions, or my Attack on Titan collection in general. I really love the Colossal Editions because they hold, I think, like 4 or 5 volumes in big paper, big print, and it's just really pleasing to look at sometimes because I really am a fan of Isayama's artwork. And they also come with like special like pages within each Colossal Edition, like either their extra drawings, interviews, stories, etc. I also have the character book. I have Lost Girls and Levi's story. I also have Before the Fall, and then I started collecting Attack on Titan Junior High. Chainsaw Man, which I'm really behind on reading. I really am trying so hard to find the early volumes of Seraph of the End, and started reading Kaiju number 8, Sakamoto Days, Samurai 8, and Black Cat are actually my husband's volumes. He likes the series. Yashahime, the manga, I cannot stress this again, or I just cannot stress it enough. That's what I'm trying to say. Read it. Read it, read it, read it. If you're not a fan of the anime, just read the manga. I'm sure it will satisfy you because it did for me. And then it just goes straight into my Rumiko Takahashi collection that I have here. I have Renee, I have Mao, and I have Inuyasha. So majority of this manga that's on the shelf here are actually of series that I'm continuously reading over time and continuously collecting at the same time. So let's just jump right into that. Oh, this corner over here is a continuation of my Attack on Titan collection. It's just, these are smaller than the English version, so it just looked kind of too mix-matchy, so I have them in the corner right here. But I have the last volume because it came with, like, a special beginning, like, illustration book. Then I have like the full color random chapters, volume 1 and 2 of Attack on Titan. I do have volumes 1 through 6 of Attack on Titan in Japanese. And then I also have, I forgot what these are. I think these are also the character books, but in Japanese there's 2 different ones. So I got Brenda Witch also in Japanese, and this is what I've been slowly collecting over time while I've been here in Japan too. So this right here is actually a Sailor Moon popcorn bucket that I got at Universal Studios Japan. I'm obsessed with this, and it makes me want to become like a seasonal member for USJ here just for the popcorn buckets, because they're so cool. They're so cool to collect. And I have my Attack on Titan Orbeez over here. I have Mikasa, I have Levi, and then I have the Colossal Titan. The only one I'm missing is Eren. And these are actually pretty rare because there's only like 5,000 of these that exist in the world. So I'm kind of bummed that I'm missing out on one of them, but I love these little guys. On this shelf, I have majority of my BL collection and a little sprinkle of my Slice of Life collection. Starting from the left, this one's actually a favorite of my husband's. I think I turned my childhood friend into a girl. Before I even mention this title, be aware that this one that I'm mentioning is a personal favorite of mine, and it does get extremely spicy. And that is, can an otaku like me really become an idol? I have 10 Count, False Memories, Lynx, I Hear the Sunspot, Granulators, I think that's how you pronounce it, but that is a series that has the same mangaka as 10 Count. I also have The Vampire and His Pleasant Companions, volumes 1 through 4, which I'll admit I have not read yet. I will get there eventually. Another favorite of my husband is our Not So Lonely Planet travel guide. I also have There Are Things I Can't Tell You, Deco Boko Sugar Days, My Summer Review, I Want to Be a Wall, The Bride Was a Boy. I Became an Omega today, and then my little sprinkle slice of life, Days of the Fizz. I do really like collecting art books. These are like my 2 fashion art books that I have. This is my Yashahime one, Love a Kill. We have Jujutsu Kaisen, we have Bleach, Wotakoi, Yuri on Ice, Naruto, and Howl's Moving Castle. I hope to find a better way to display these. I definitely am going to get protective layering for these books, just because personally I am kind of rough with my books and I move so much, so yeah, I need to find a better way to actually display these and protect these better. I do have some more figures. This is my Lelouch 10th anniversary Zero figure. It also comes with Suzaku's head, so I can switch them out whenever I want to. And this is actually Zero's helmet that I recently bought when I went to Akihabara. I feel like this was such a good deal. Even though the box is damaged and there are some scratches on the helmet, I can still refurbish it. But I got this for like $50. And I remember one time on AmiAmi, like online, it was selling for $350. So I lucked out on this. On this shelf, I know for sure I'm taking those Not So Sweet Boys, My Love Mix-Up, King's Beast, Love a Kill, Golden Japanese-esque, and Snow White with the Red Hair with Me to Florida. I'm just gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna stuff it in my suitcase or my carry-on, because I have some of the volumes back at home in the US, so I just want to still have them as I'm continuously reading and collecting them all in the same place. I feel bad for QQ Sweeper in my collection because I've had this for over a year and have not touched it yet. I've been meaning to. I really have. I just haven't. So this is like on my to be read list. I'll get there eventually. Everyone raves about it, and I feel so bad I haven't gotten to it. I promise I will. Noragami is absolutely one of my favorite manga series of all time. I also have over here Mushoku Tensei. Then I have Chihaya Furu. This one is actually a Japanese English volume. So basically it's supposed to help teach you Japanese. And I really hope they come out with more of these, because for me, it's just like easier. It's my way of cheating to actually be able to read it in English, because it is in English. So yeah, you can see here, it's in English and has Japanese on the side. So will Chihaya Furu be my first manga series that will help me learn Japanese? TBD. I also started collecting Kotaro. There's only 9 volumes that are out right now in Japan, and I just want to say, if you've watched the anime on Netflix, or even if you haven't, please do. It's a must. It's an emotional roller coaster, but it's so good. It's one of my favorite animes of all time. I'm declaring that right now. And the anime only covers volume 1 and 2 basically, and there's 9 volumes, and I cannot wait to actually put myself through the emotional stress when continue reading it. And then I have Windbreaker volume 1. On the shelf is still more manga I'm slowly reading over time. I have Zom 100, Hell's Paradise, My Dress Up Darling, Plunderer. Let's talk about Plunder for a minute here. That is probably one of the most raunchiest mangas I feel like I have ever read. And I mean, I read a lot of smut, but this doesn't have smut in it. It's just the fan service gets to me sometimes. I don't know if it's a good thing. I don't know if it's a bad thing, but it's funny. I really enjoy it, and I can't wait to collect it more. I did try to attempt to watch the anime. It was ranked pretty badly on my anime list, and I don't know. I still don't know how I feel about it either. So I have Life Lessons with Uramichi Onisan, and also volumes 1 and 2 of 86, the manga. I'm a huge fan of 86. It's such a fantastic anime, such a fantastic light novel. And the manga, well, the manga, I'm not really that much of a fan of the artwork within there, but I still really would have loved to continue collecting it. But unfortunately, it has been announced that it's getting canceled due to the artist's health. So I just really wish that the artist has good health in the future and gets well. I'm also a huge fan of Mob Psycho 100. I just started my manga journey for that series. I really enjoyed the anime and I can't wait to read more of it. I love Mob so much. I feel like this is my row of shame, and what I mean by that is that I have not read beyond a certain point of a volume. Night of the Ice, I haven't read beyond volume 3, haven't read beyond volume 1 of Wake Up Sleeping Beauty, same thing with Rainbow and Black, I haven't read beyond volume 3 of My Senpai is Annoying, Something's Wrong with Us is, I haven't caught up on it, and I'm getting there. It's just a slow process for me because I'm reading way too much at the moment. This is just more My Hero Academia stuff. These are some doujinshis. I have this like character book from the movie, another character analysis book, and this is actually a Shonen Jump like collection that I got that just had Deku in the front and I couldn't resist. And this is just more series that I'm continuously reading and slowly collecting. I actually don't know if I'm going to continue Love and Heart. I'm just not vibing with the story so far. Same thing with Mint Chocolate, so I might actually end up just like selling those. Slowly trying to catch up on Skip Beat. I've been waiting forever for volume 2 of Become You. I've pretty much been waiting for like a whole year. Don't know if I'm going to continue Bite Maker as well. And the rest of the volumes I'm just slowly reading. Yep. Here's some of the plushies I won through the claw machine. I got some little Tokyo Revenger ones. I got these little whale dinosaur thingies. I don't really know where they're from. This puppy and Nyanko Sensei took me hours of trying to win. And I did splurge on this body pillow of Ichigo.
Help?
So that's it for my collection. Here at least. Definitely plan on doing like a huge room makeover surrounding the subset of my collection that's already in the US while I'm temporarily working there for a little bit. I think that's gonna be really exciting because I actually have really big plans for it, and it will definitely be more spectacular than what you're seeing here when it comes to just its aesthetic. I'll just say that. Yeah, so thanks for joining me, and see you next time. Is it really an Otaku Jozu video if I'm not sipping on coffee?